Have you ever wondered what makes a man unshakable no matter what life throws at him? It's not physical strength, wealth, or fame. The answer lies in how he solves problems. Life isn't always easy. There will be times when you face work pressures, family conflicts, or tough decisions that could change your future entirely. In those moments, these 8 essential skills will be the key to mastering the situation. Watch this video to discover how critical thinking, emotional regulation, and much more can transform the way you tackle every challenge in life. Don't miss out, because even mastering just one of these skills could change your life forever. If you find this content helpful, please subscribe to the channel and like the video to motivate me to create more new videos. Critical thinking is the cornerstone of sound decision-making. It's not an innate ability, but a skill that must be developed. Imagine standing at a major crossroads. Should you take the familiar but mundane path or venture into a new journey full of challenges? If you rely solely on emotions, you might easily gravitate towards safety or succumb to societal pressures. However, by applying critical thinking, you can evaluate every factor rationally and make the best decision. Critical thinking begins with asking the right questions. This helps you avoid falling into the trap of biased or one-sided thinking. When faced with information or a situation, ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence supports this? Are there alternative perspectives I haven't considered? For example, if you hear a rumor at work that your project isn't being well received, instead of reacting with anger or discouragement, take a moment to assess. Where is this information coming from? Who said it, and what might their motives be? This enables you to focus on what truly matters instead of getting caught up in unnecessary drama. Analyzing root causes is another critical component of critical thinking. A simple yet powerful technique is the 5 whys method, asking why 5 times to get to the root of the problem. For example, if you're consistently missing deadlines, don't settle for a surface-level excuse like "I'm too busy." Instead, dig deeper. Why am I busy? Because I don't manage my time well. Why don't I manage my time well? Because I don't plan effectively. By continuing this process, you'll identify the true underlying issue that needs to be addressed. Critical thinking is not just a personal skill, it's a way of life. It equips you to face challenges with logic rather than emotion. To cultivate this skill, consider reading books like Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, or engaging in debates where you can learn to defend your views with well-structured arguments. Most importantly, always reflect after making decisions. Could I have done this better? Did I miss anything important? A man who masters critical thinking is not easily swayed by the chaos of life. Instead of reacting to problems, he takes control of them. This is how individuals who truly shape their destinies live. In any adversity, emotions can become your greatest enemy if left unchecked. A man who loses control of his emotions is prone to making impulsive decisions that lead to long-term regret. On the other hand, when you master your emotions, your mind becomes clearer and your actions exude strength and respect. Emotional regulation doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your emotions. Instead, it involves understanding, accepting, and transforming those emotions into a source of power. Imagine facing an unfair situation at work, where you're unjustly criticized in front of your colleagues. Reacting in anger might harm your reputation and position. However, if you respond calmly and rationally, you not only protect your dignity, but also command respect for your composure. The Stoics teach us, you cannot control external events, but you can control your response to them. This principle is the foundation of emotional regulation. When confronted with a challenging situation, ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, focus on the one thing you can control, your ability to remain calm and act wisely. To practice emotional regulation, start by becoming aware of your emotions as they arise. Take a moment to pause and name the emotion. I'm angry. I'm anxious. This simple act helps you distance yourself from the emotion, allowing you to view it objectively rather than letting it take control of your actions. Techniques such as deep breathing or mindfulness meditation can also help calm your nervous system and restore balance in moments of stress. Remember, a mature man is not someone who never feels fear or anger, but someone who doesn't let those emotions dictate his actions. Mastering emotional regulation not only helps you overcome challenges, but also inspires those around you. When you remain calm and composed in situations where others might lose control, you demonstrate true leadership, not just in your work, but in life. Let's build a community of kindness by subscribing to Stoicism for Success right now and sharing it with those you wish to see live with kindness and strength like us. Let's spread these positive values together. Communication is one of the most essential skills for building relationships, resolving conflicts, and solving problems. A man may have a sharp mind or brilliant ideas, but if he cannot articulate them clearly and persuasively, their value is lost. Effective communication isn't just about speaking, it's about listening, empathizing, and creating meaningful connections with others. In reality, many issues don't stem from the nature of the problem itself, but from how it's communicated. A thoughtless comment can damage a relationship, while a well-timed remark can diffuse tension. For example, in a family setting, if your spouse or children express frustration and you focus solely on justifying your actions instead of listening, the situation is likely to escalate. On the other hand, by taking the time to listen sincerely and empathetically, you not only resolve the issue but also strengthen trust and emotional bonds. Effective communication begins with active listening. As the saying goes, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so listen twice as much as you speak. Active listening is an art every man should master. It's not merely about staying silent while others talk, it's about understanding what they're truly trying to convey. Pay attention to body language, tone, and the emotions behind the words. Often, the most important message isn't in the words themselves, but in how they're delivered. Once you've listened, presenting your perspective requires clarity and brevity. Avoid rambling or using unnecessarily complex language. A strong man doesn't need flowery words to prove his worth. Instead, he focuses on key points and delivers them in a concise and impactful manner. When speaking, emphasize the core message and use specific examples to illustrate your ideas. Moreover, effective communication isn't just about the content, but also the attitude. A friendly tone, confident eye contact, and calm demeanor will leave a far greater impression than words filled with criticism or hostility. Always remember, the ultimate goal of communication isn't to win an argument, but to foster understanding and resolve issues harmoniously. To enhance this skill, start by setting small goals, such as improving your interactions in daily conversations. Seek feedback from those you talk to, or ask friends and colleagues to critique how you convey your thoughts. Additionally, consider taking communication courses or reading books like How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. These tools will help you refine your communication abilities and master the art of interaction. Ultimately, a man who communicates effectively doesn't just make himself understood, but also makes others feel respected and valued. By mastering this skill, you'll not only solve problems more efficiently, but also naturally become a trusted leader admired by those around you. In life, every action begins with a decision, and the quality of that decision shapes the path you take. A strong man knows how to make sound decisions, especially in challenging and high-pressure situations. Decision-making isn't just about choosing between A and B. It's a process of thoughtful consideration, weighing consequences, and committing to responsibility for your choice. Good decisions start with understanding your goals. Before taking action, ask yourself, what do I want to achieve? Will this decision bring me closer to that goal? For instance, if you're contemplating a job change, clarify your motivation. Are you seeking growth opportunities, or are you simply trying to escape your current environment? By defining your objectives clearly, you establish criteria for evaluating your options. A helpful method in decision-making is the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This principle encourages you to focus on the 20% of factors that produce 80% of the results. By eliminating unnecessary details or distractions, you can concentrate on the key elements that matter most. For example, when planning a major project, rather than spending excessive time on minor tasks, focus on the core activities that deliver the greatest value. Making decisions also involves accepting risk. No choice is perfect, and sometimes you must proceed knowing that failure is a possibility. What matters is that you've thoroughly assessed the risks and are prepared to face the outcomes. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, you cannot control the results, but you can control your actions. When deciding, rely on the best information available at the time and be ready to adapt if things don't go as planned. A practical way to improve your decision-making skills is to use a pros and cons list. Write down the benefits and drawbacks of each option and evaluate their significance. This exercise not only helps you organize your thoughts, but also reduces anxiety and overwhelm when faced with multiple choices. Ultimately, decision-making isn't just about picking the right option. It's about taking ownership of your actions. A mature man doesn't dwell on past choices with regret, but learns from them to make better decisions in the future. Remember, life is a series of decisions, and each choice, no matter how big or small, shapes who you are. So make your decisions with confidence and logic, because that's how you take control of your destiny. Life rarely unfolds as planned. Unexpected changes, unforeseen failures, and unanticipated opportunities are inevitable parts of every man's journey. Adaptability is the quality that enables you not only to survive but to thrive amid life's twists and turns. It's not about surrendering or giving up. It's about adjusting with flexibility to overcome challenges and seize opportunities. Being adaptable doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means modifying your strategies to suit the circumstances. For example, if you've devised a business plan, but the market shifts unexpectedly, clinging rigidly to your initial strategy will only hinder your progress. A man who knows how to adapt will recognize the need to adjust his product, seek new customer segments, or even change the business model to ensure survival and success. Adaptability extends beyond work. It applies to personal relationships and everyday life. In a romantic relationship, changes in your partner's interests, perspectives, or circumstances can cause tension if you're unwilling to adapt. Instead of feeling threatened or pressured, view these changes as opportunities to learn and grow together. A mature man understands that adaptability doesn't compromise personal identity, but fosters balance and harmony in life. To develop adaptability, start by accepting that change is inevitable. Don't resist it. Instead, focus on what you can control. Stoic philosophy teaches, you cannot control what happens, but you can control how you respond. This principle is at the heart of adaptability. When faced with adversity, instead of panicking or complaining, ask yourself, what can I do right now to improve the situation? Challenge yourself by stepping out of your comfort zone. New experiences, whether learning a new skill, trying a different job, or simply altering daily routines, build your flexibility. A man who embraces adaptability isn't afraid to experiment or fail because he knows every experience brings valuable lessons. Ultimately, adaptability isn't a sign of weakness but a testament to strength. The world is constantly changing, and only those who adjust can continue moving forward. When you master adaptability, you not only gain control over your circumstances, but also over yourself. This is what separates those who merely exist from those who live a life of meaning. Let's come together to support our community. If you are a kind person, please hit the like button on this video and leave some energetic comments to spread positive vibes. Together, we can make a difference. Without a plan, even the most talented and determined man can find himself overwhelmed by chaos. Organizational skills and planning are not just about managing time effectively. They provide clarity and confidence in everything you do. These are the tools that allow you to take control of life instead of letting life control you. Think about the days when your to-do list feels endless and you don't know where to start. The overwhelming feeling often leads to procrastination or focusing on trivial tasks while neglecting bigger goals. Organizational skills help you break down your workload into manageable tasks, prioritize them based on importance, and tackle them systematically. It's not about doing more, it's about doing the right things at the right time. A helpful method to enhance this skill is the Eisenhower matrix, which categorizes tasks into 4 groups. Important and urgent, act immediately. Important but not urgent, schedule and plan. Not important but urgent, delegate or address quickly. Not important and not urgent, eliminate. For instance, preparing for an important presentation is important but not urgent if you still have time. Scheduling an hour daily for preparation will be far more effective than waiting until the last minute and working under pressure. Additionally, using tools can be a game changer. Task management apps like Trello, Notion, or even a simple notebook can help you keep track of everything more easily. Spend a few minutes each morning or evening to create a to-do list. This practice not only keeps you organized, but also gives you a sense of accomplishment as you check off completed tasks. Organizing and planning aren't just limited to work, they apply to personal life as well. Take time to reflect on your long-term goals and break them down into actionable steps. Want to improve your health? Start by scheduling 3 workout sessions per week. Want to learn a new skill? Plan to dedicate 30 minutes a day to study. Small, well-organized actions lead to significant changes over time. Ultimately, organization isn't about rigid routines, but creating structure to maintain freedom. A man with strong organizational skills not only meets deadlines, but also finds time to enjoy life. When you plan and act systematically, you achieve more and feel more confident about the path you're on. That confidence becomes the foundation for success. Conflict is an inevitable part of life. Whether in the workplace, family, or social relationships, disagreements arise when there are differences in perspectives, interests, or emotions. How you handle conflict not only reflects your maturity, but also determines the quality of your relationships. A true man does not avoid conflict. Instead, he knows how to face and resolve it intelligently, effectively, and respectfully. The key to resolving conflict lies in maintaining calmness. When conflicts occur, emotions often take over, leading to impulsive reactions. Instead of allowing anger or frustration to dominate, remind yourself that hasty reactions will only complicate the situation further. Take a moment to breathe deeply and steady your mind before responding. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Once calm, the next step is to listen. Most conflicts escalate because both sides are too focused on defending their own perspectives rather than truly understanding the other. Practice active listening, not just hearing the words, but also understanding the emotions behind them. Put yourself in the other person's shoes and ask, what are they feeling? What matters most to them? Empathy not only helps you better understand the issue, but also creates an atmosphere of mutual respect and openness for dialogue. When expressing your viewpoint, choose your words carefully and avoid assigning blame. Instead of saying, "You always mess things up," try, "I feel frustrated when things don't go as planned, and I'd like us to find ways to improve together." Positive, non-accusatory language reduces defensiveness and paves the way for constructive conversations. Finally, focus on solutions rather than dwelling on the problem. Ask questions like, "What can we do to improve this situation?" Or, "What solution would work for both of us?" Be prepared to compromise and find common ground rather than aiming to win. Remember, the goal of resolving conflict isn't to emerge victorious, but to find a way forward in harmony. Conflict resolution is an art that takes time to master. View each conflict as an opportunity to deepen your understanding of others and improve yourself. When you approach conflicts with calmness and wisdom, you not only strengthen your relationships, but also become a man others trust and admire. In an ever-changing world, creative thinking is a powerful tool that allows you to overcome limitations and solve problems that seem unsolvable. Creativity isn't reserved for artists or inventors. It's a skill any man can develop to transform life's challenges into opportunities. Creativity begins with the courage to ask, "Is there another way?" This simple question is the first step toward breaking old patterns of thinking and opening new perspectives. Imagine facing a familiar problem, such as improving productivity at work. Instead of relying on traditional methods, think differently. If I weren't constrained by time or resources, how would I approach this? Questions like these stimulate your mind and reveal ideas you may not have considered before. One way to foster creativity is by approaching problems from different fields or viewpoints. The Stoics emphasize the importance of learning from everything around us. You can apply this principle by drawing inspiration from completely unrelated areas. For instance, a manager might learn organizational skills from how chefs in a kitchen arrange their ingredients. Let your mind freely connect seemingly unrelated ideas and turn them into innovative solutions. Don't be afraid to experiment and fail. Creativity always involves risk, but it's the price for discovering groundbreaking solutions. Consider Thomas Edison. He failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Each failure provided lessons and insights for improvement. A creative man isn't deterred by judgment or rejection. He knows that every step, regardless of the outcome, adds value. To cultivate this skill, engage in activities that encourage creative thinking. Read books in unfamiliar fields, attend workshops, or spend a few minutes each day brainstorming ideas without evaluating them immediately. This habit keeps your mind flexible and ready for any challenge. Ultimately, creativity isn't just about finding new solutions. It's about expressing yourself and living authentically. A man with creative thinking doesn't just solve his own problems, he inspires those around him. Make creativity a part of your life, not just to survive, but to thrive. A man is not defined by the problems he encounters, but by how he resolves them. The skills you've just explored aren't unfamiliar, but they require consistent practice and application to become your true strength. Critical thinking helps you see beyond the surface. Emotional regulation keeps you composed during life's storms. Creative thinking opens new possibilities, while organizational skills guide you step by step towards your goals. Life doesn't promise ease. It's a constant test, challenging you to adapt, communicate, make decisions, and resolve conflicts. But it's this very process of growth that builds the character of a true man. Someone who not only survives, but lives with purpose and unwavering confidence. Instead of waiting for perfect circumstances, act with what you have in hand. Turn these skills into daily habits, and you'll find that not only can you overcome difficulties, but you'll also emerge stronger and wiser. Thank you for watching this video. Let's support our wonderful community by hitting subscribe and turning on notifications right now. Show everyone that you're living kindly by liking the video and sharing your experiences in the comments. Take action now to spread positive energy.